Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Captain Crush proudly brings to you 2 must-plays that you should have in your PrizePicks contest tonight on this glorious day, November 15th. It is Wednesday. We have 8 games to break down, and my oh my, we're going to talk about a few of them. Not going to break down all 8 of them. I'll save that for the live stream, but there's 2 guys that I really like, and I'm going to go over them, and I'm also going to go over a couple of darts. As the thumbnail implies, De'Aaron Fox is going to be somebody that Captain Crush is going to target. Now, I want to talk to you guys for a second, okay? It used to be an ongoing joke in the Discord that sometimes when the kids get out of line, I'd have to take my belt off and start whipping people back into shape, because at the end of the day, some people tend to forget that this is gambling. It's fantasy sports. There's no guarantees. And if you think that watching a YouTube video of yours truly or anyone else is going to make you a millionaire overnight, buddy, I got news for you. You're wrong, and you need to uninstall. Click that X over here, right over there. Just click it. Actually, it's over here on the Mac, because it ain't hitting. It's not for you. That mindset, throw it in the garbage. I'm done with it. This guy right here, Laz102398, says, false info, picks the best and still lost. Picks the bets and still lost. Picks with a C, okay? It's actually P-I-C-K-S. 2 things. First, I don't like to just call them picks. If you're just here for the picks, take a walk, take a hike, because it ain't for you. Number 2, what I gotta tell you is, if this is the type of person you are where you're gonna come on my channel and comment this type of nonsense, bro, on a free YouTube video, something that costs you nothing, bro, 188 admit it, they're there, they'll help you out, and they will help you with your problem, because that, my friend, is a serious problem. So with that out of the way, I will say yes, I had 2 anchors yesterday. Bam out of bio. He smashed. He hit most of his props. Fantasy score check. Assist check. I think he missed on his points or something like that, but the main play was his fantasy score. And Michael Porter Jr., he didn't get there. Folks, that happens. This isn't something that's just guaranteed. If it was, I sure as heck wouldn't be wasting time on YouTube giving the golden goose away now, would I? But the fact still remains. You, the viewer, you make the right play day in, day out. You have a solid process. You check all your boxes. You cross your T's and dot your I's, and the results will come, okay? That's what it's all about. Do this for fun, do it for profit, grind it out, and you'll be a better man than when I found you, or woman, there's a couple of you. So without further ado, let's talk about D-Fox. My oh my, he came back from injury, and he was balling out like it was 2022. You see what I did there? So today, I'm going right back. I'm gonna target him. I'm gonna pull out this notepad right quick. Bang! Where's it at? Can't have a delayed bang without the notepad. Here we go. D-Fox, 1.35 fantasy points per minute, 33% usage rate, rival game, 235 point total. My goodness, can you get any better? This is going to be a great fantasy matchup on paper. 235 point total in the NBA is great. Butter, friend would say. It's just the nut situation, okay? Sometimes you get a little higher than 2, like the Atlanta Hawks game versus the Oklahoma Thunder the other day, but we're on the Lakers versus the Kings today. Are we gonna light the beam? If they light that beam, it's gonna be because D-Fox and co decided to crush. There's just no scenario where I'm getting off De'Aaron Fox tonight. Pause? Bruh. You know what I mean. You know what I was trying to say. I like his fantasy score, but I will say this. My fantasy model projection only has him going for 43.25. That's very, very within the margin of error. So usually if it's a 2 point, it'll make this list as a core play. If it's 2 or higher, 43.25. Well, my friend, we're gambling because it's just how it is. But that usage rate at 33% and 1.35 fantasy points is just too crispy. You throw in the point total, and my goodness, we got ourselves a barn burner. Give me De'Aaron Fox's fantasy score, and if I can't convince you to take the fantasy score, well, my oh my, Kyle, you can go over here and you can look at his points plus assists, which have already been bumped to the moon. It was at 33.5, and we got it at 34 over here, but I still like it. If you don't want to take any of that, you just want to be like, I don't want to take Fox tonight, Captain, you can look at any of these combo props. Him and LeBron at 51 points. You could look at his real points, his assist, all of it. I just want you to have some exposure to De'Aaron Fox, okay? This is what I like. You, the viewer, you don't have to do everything that I tell you to do. You shouldn't be coming to this video just looking to copy and paste what I'm doing. If you want to do that, great. But what you should be doing is just coming here to get confirmation bias. Maybe I talk about a guy that you already like and you were on the edge, but now that you hear my analysis analysis of it, it pushes you to play them. That's my primary goal. But second, it should just be you hear my process and then you apply it to your process and you become a better fantasy player. And that's what we do. We move day to day, night to night, game to game, getting better one day at a time, okay? If you don't want to take any of the Fox, all right, you can go look at Kevin Huerter or Keegan Murray, any of those guys. I recommend getting exposure to that game because it's a great game environment. Whenever you have a great game environment, you want to target. So either one of those are fine. And while I have this moment in time, let me show you this. You see Darren Fox, the line that I took over here, 29.5 points plus assist. Oh yeah, I got to tease it down and take the alternate line over here on Chalkboard. And this is why Chalkboard has just become, within the last week, they added alternate lines, and now all of a sudden, bang, just like that, bang, what? Bang, goated, just like that. Overnight, you wake up one day, there's no alt line spreads. Next day, you wake up, bang, alt line spread. GOAT. It's that simple. It's funny how this world works, this industry. I tell you guys all the time, when these sites start competing, they got to add new features, new promos, and the viewer, the benefit, we get it, boys. It's all up to us. Capitalism, let's go. This is how it's done. So this is my chalkboard slip for today. This is, even with these alternate lines, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 legs. It's still a crazy long shot. Anytime you take 5 legs, it's a long shot, folks. You need 5 things to go your way. So what you do is you break it down into 2-mans. You take Mitchell Robinson at 8.5 and you pair it with Fox. You take Fox and Banchero and pair those together. You take Fox and Luka, pair those together. I will say this, Kyrie Irving at 3.5 rebounds, ooh, gets me so excited. But Underdog dropped the link. They said he's questionable now. And I'm telling y'all right now, this is going to be a dumpster fire of a slate. Make no mistake about it. It's going to be a dumpster fire. People are going to sit. People are going to get late scratched. People are going to sell. And people are going to chalk. So hopefully we can avoid all that and we get on the W side. But if Kyrie were to sit, I already have this locked in and I have it mixed and matched in 2-mans, it's okay because if it's a DNP, they won't count it. Now, you may be asking, what's the payout on this? I think it's 4 or 5x, something small, because you're taking minted lines. You're sacrificing your payout equity to take the better lines. This is how it would be on a normal sports book. When you get those lines that are minus 260, you got to pay the juice. You got to pay the piper. They're not giving it away for free. And just because it's an alternate line doesn't make it free, folks. It's still a gamble. Paolo can go out there and get 4 rebounds tonight and I won't even blink. And I'll be like, oh, but the alternate line and it was minus 260. It doesn't matter. They're still human beings. We're still gambling. Just because it's a good play and a smash play doesn't mean it's free. There's no such thing as free in the gambling world. It's $1 billion with a B. You can't even comprehend that number. I'm telling you right now, you can't. It's $1 billion industry and they're not giving away anything for free, okay? They own us. It is what it is. You and me, Joe Working Guy, we just try to get a little bit of coin from it and we move. So get on Chalkboard, use promo code CRUSH, and look at that line differential. 34, you get it at 29.5. And yes, you take the payout equity, but who cares? You want to bet bigger over there in smaller legs, and you use those sites, Chalkboard, to build your bankroll. Then you transfer it back over here to PrizePicks, and that's where you can take your shot. I tell people this all the time. Never keep all your coin on one website. Keep it in a PayPal account or a Cash App card or something, a regular bank account if you can, and you withdraw, you deposit out of that account, and you mix and match all over all the sites. Take advantage of all the promos, but make sure you use promo code CRUSH. And a lot of you, I will say this, a lot of you have been using code CRUSH on Chalkboard and you're getting your 30-day free trials courtesy of Chalkboard and me. So make sure you DM me on Twitter with that. If you're having trouble with it, send me a comment on YouTube, comment in it, and remember, just DM me on Twitter or comment there and I will reach out to you directly. That's what I've been doing. So pretty much, if you put 25 on Chalkboard, they give you 25. If you put 100, they give you 100. So you get a full deposit match and then you get an extra 25 because that's what the value is of a 30-day trial to my Discord. It's $25. So it's a win-win for you and risk-free trial for them. Everybody wins except me, really, because I'm just doing the Lord's work. But those are the cards I was dealt in life. There's a lot of other things I could be doing. And if you tell me that my job and role in life is to help people with fantasy sports, oh, I couldn't be happier, buddy. I love what I do. So number 2, I want to go talk about Old Faithful Max Strus. Now listen, I'm not a fan of this game environment. It's a 219 point total. Portland's on a back-to-back. Cleveland just got blown out the other night by the Kings, ironically enough. But listen, Darius Garland, he's sitting this one out. So Max Strus, he's already in play, regardless whether Garland's there or not. But you throw Garland out, and now all of a sudden, Max Strus, bang, more. You're making the slip, buddy. You're making it in. Is he a core play? This is what I have to say. Fox, core play. And I normally give you guys 2 must plays, okay? So this is what I'm going to say. If you don't want to take Max Strus, I have another guy in mind. It can either be Strus for you, or it can be the other guy I'm going to talk about. But this is the thing with Strus. 0.88 fantasy points per minute. That's not that great, folks. We're going to need him to play 28 to 32 minutes to cover. 16% usage rate. Again, he doesn't have the ball in his hands a lot, but he can get those little steals and blocks, which are 3 points a pop, okay? The point total is low, but no Garland gives him the bump. My model does have him going for 28.5 fantasy points. That's 2 points above what his projection line is, which is why he's here. I have these 2 on a slip just like this. In my Discord, I have a 2-man just like this. Bang. Hopefully it hit. This is going to be my slip. If it hits, the whole crush night is going to be covered. If it chalks, well, GG's, I'm on to tomorrow. If you don't want to take his fantasy score, he's a guy that can get hot from 3-point land. He does it all the time. You can take just his points if you want. If you want to take his PRA, any of those are in play. I just stuck with the fantasy score because I want that crispy block and steal equity if he does get a couple steals. Portland has Shaden Sharp and Skylar Mays. They tend to turn the ball over every now and again. So, you know what? Even Ayton turns the ball over. Give me some Max Strus, okay? Those are the 2 that I like. Now, I said I'm burying the lead here. It's very rare Captain Crush targets the GOAT, but every now and again, you got to go back to old reliable, the wagon. And I ain't talking about betting wagon. I'm talking about NBA wagon. The dude's been playing for 20 years. He's a wagon when it comes to just crushing, okay? Unfortunately, just as I'm seeing this, they bumped James up to 24. I did get this line in at 23.5 because I'm quick like that, buddy. But now it's at 24. It's still a solid line. I wish it was still at 23.5 for you guys. I'm sorry it's a little bit delayed, but if you're in my Discord, you got it at 23.5 because I let you know about it early. And that's why I'm going to segue into the Discord. Listen, I've got a bunch of new members, whether free trial or paid subscriptions. You go to CaptainCrush.net, you sign up for gold, and you get it. Listen, the whole reason, the whole point, we don't win every day. I'll tell you that right now, we don't. But when we do win, it's Nagasaki. I always tell you guys that because it is. Yesterday wasn't that great of a day. I had no exaggeration. I'm holding my L. I had 1 winning slip. It was Bam Adebayo and Wagner. The rest of them, I ate chalk. I ate L's. But the 2 days before that, I made enough to where my whole November's covered. The 3 days. So I don't even care. You're not going to win every night, folks, whether you pay for a Discord or not. If you want to join this Discord, your mindset needs to be, I'm joining this Discord to get with like-minded people that want to learn, process, win, and want to get better at this. If you just want somebody to just give you picks, bro, you're never going to be satisfied. Whether it's me or some other content creator, you never will. I do give the list of props every single day, but my goal is to help you guys become better fantasy sports players, and we all just crush. The live stream will be later today, probably around 3:30 Central for those of you that are in the Discord, and for the new signups that are having issues, DM me on Twitter or dubclub.win or dubclub/win, I'm sorry, and they will help you link your Discord. I know Discord can be overwhelming if you're new to it, guys. I understand that. So just go ahead and they will help you out. I promise. I will help you out too. I'm here to help you out. Remember, the reason I charge the fee is because I'm providing the service with the live streams and questions and answers on top of my list, okay? I'm not trying to fleece anybody or nickel and dime, guys. If you don't want to learn and become better at this, you're never going to be happy in a Discord. It's not for you. So let me get back to LeBron. Let me go over to my handy dandy notepad once again. Can I get the bang on target? Bang. There it is. LeBron James, 1.39 fantasy points per minute, a 30%. What? 30% usage rate. Crispy. That's Wendy's crispy chicken sandwich. Optimal run back for Fox, okay? As you can see, I have him noted 23.5 points. This was at 11:16, but I liked it even before then. Unfortunately, when I was doing my YouTube research, I didn't see it, but they had just bumped it. I don't like to give you guys bumped lines, but sometimes it happens, okay? So, LeBron James, you can take his real points even at 24, because if he covers, you just, worst case, you'll push. But his rebounds and assists are also in play, 8.5 or 6.5 or his fantasy score. And remember, I told you guys, I'm not one to just target LeBron James. I really don't like it, but my model has him going off for 49 fantasy points. My goodness, LeBron James for 49 fantasy points? What year is it? It's 2023, but if I hopped in the DeLorean, you would think it's 2012 because LeBron has been crushing like it's his job. It is his job. That's what he does. He's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. LeBron and Jordan, two worlds collide. They're equals in my opinion. Two GOATs from a different generation. It is what it is. Fight me. So we got LeBron and then we got Fox as an optimal 1v1 stack. You love to see it. We get both sides of that 235 point total. Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to. I understand putting LeBron James in is scary. I get all that, folks. I know De'Aaron Fox coming back from injury is scary, but I don't care about my personal biases and whatever. I care about analytical projections, pace up spot, opportunity. Give it to me. That's what I want. No pause. I want it. I want it like I want air. You want to get rid of Strus? Fine. That's your two-man 1v1 from the same game. Bang! You get a late night hammer to boot, okay? Everyone else is having their slips, eating chalk. Slate gets disgusting. People get ruled out. Usage rates spike. All of a sudden, you're sitting there. You're waiting for your late night hammer to come in. You got LeBron and Fox, and guess what? You're feeling pretty good, huh? I know I will be. So, I still like Strus. He's still in there. So, these are your guys. These are the guys you want to target. Now, remember, I say this all the time, guys, okay? I try to tell you guys all the time. If you have $20 to play tonight, this is what you do. You take whatever three of these combos you want, whether it's Fox and LeBron, Strus and Fox, or whatever two plays you want. You make it a two-man. So let's just say it's this. This is your two-man. You know what? For the two-man, we're just going to make it easy and go Fox and LeBron. So this is your two-man. This is what you'd be. Say you got 20 bucks in the account you're willing to spend. You're like, Cap, I was going to go out to Denny's tonight and get a Grand Slam or something, but instead of that, I'm just going to do some PrizePicks. All right, bro, you're good. That's your popcorn money, your entertainment money. You take De'Aaron Fox, LeBron, that would be your two-man. You would take it, say you have 20 bucks, you take you take 10 to win 30. So this is how this works. If this hits, and remember, you're only going to be betting $20 tonight. If this is your situation, you apply it to whatever your unit size is. Every other slip that you take, which would be two more since you're betting 20, is now covered. If this hits, you're guaranteed to be up $10 at the end of the night. Remember, you start with 20 and you would end with 30, okay? It's simple math, folks, but I know some people are going to get lost on it, so I'm trying to do this. I try to tell you guys this. I've been talking about this in the court, how to build slips. Slip building is paramount. Doesn't matter how good your picks are, how good your player pool is. If you can't mix and match and build a slip correctly with correlation and everything else, you're drawing dead. You're never going to win because all those edges are micro edges. And when you add up all the micro edges, it gives you one big edge. And with that big old edge, you have a chance to step up to Daddy Sportsbook, aka PrizePicks Sleeper Chalkboard. And then it's David versus Goliath, except you got a slingshot and maybe even something bigger. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. That would be slip number one. Then you take your darts. Now remember, Strus is more valuable than a dart, but let's just say for argument's sake he's a dart. You'd put him in right there, okay? So then you have your two-man already locked in. So now we're taking a $5 and making a five-man because remember, I know, listen, Captain Crush knows those 25Xs are crispy. They're nice. They're mint. They're great when they hit, but listen to me. Let me talk to you for 1 second. Let me be a realistic person. You're going to hit one of those 25X slips probably one in every 100 if you're lucky on average. I'm telling you, it may seem some days you'll win. A couple days ago I won 6 in one night, okay? So it's not an exact average, but I'm saying the law of averages, the way it's supposed to be, I forget the exact number. It's already solved the equation because it's all math, but let's just say it's 1 in 100. It's more than that. You're gonna win less than that, but the point is that they're just bankroll burners, okay? For every one that you hit, you're gonna lose 20. That's just how it is. It's very hard to hit 6-leg parlays, so those need to be like the last piece that you're doing, like your protected plays, your Flex Friday stuff. That's when you get all those 6 slips in. Or if you're up on house money and you want to take shots, there you go. But the optimal is the 5 flex because unlike any other sports book, you get money back if you hit 3 out of the 5. You get at least 40% back. You're getting coin back, and it's all about coin. My lord, it's all about the coin, isn't it? So moving right along, you want to take 2 more darts. You can go over here to points. Oh, they bumped him up to 31.5. I could have swore I took Luka at 29.5. My goodness, a 2-point bump. Somebody was asleep at the wheel. That means, listen, that bump right there tells me that somebody's sitting out, and it's probably going to be Kyrie, and they're getting ahead of the curve, because a 2-point bump like that quick that's scary. So then you could add Luka in there as a dart. I like him anyways. I have him at 29.5. He was on my list. Now he's at 31.5. But you can flex it over on, not flex it, you can tease it over on chalkboard if you will. And then another crispy dart. I wouldn't put him in with Max Strus in the same slip. You can if you want. Evan Mobley, 15.5 points. So there you go. You have your 3 core plays or your 2 core plays, and then you add in 2 darts. Let's go ahead and use Skylar Mays, because now we're looking at optimal. You get a 1v1 run back with Cleveland and Portland. I like that better than throwing in Mobley, but Mobley is still also in play. So this would be your 5 flex. You have your 2-man and then you have your 5 flex. So now if this goes 5 of 5, you get 10x. So you'd have 5 on this for 50. Remember, because you only have $10 left to bet. So you have your 10 on your 2-man, which these 2 guys are also back in the slip, and then you have these 3 guys as darts. If LeBron and Fox hit, you're already going to be up $10 on the day. Okay, remember, your starting unit was 20, you bet 10 on that for 30, so you're up 20. So this could literally just go 2 for 5 with LeBron and Fox hitting, you get none back. You're still going to be up money on the day, okay? But let's just say it goes 3 of 5. Say Strus comes through, Luka and Skylar bust. You're going to get 40% back, $2. You're going to get $2 back. So now you'd be up $12 on the day, because remember, your 2-man still hit. But then now let's just say Skylar comes through in the clutch and you go 4 of 5. Now you're doubled up to 10. So you're going to be up $15 on the day. And then the glorious of glory scenarios, buddy, the glorious 5 of 5, the 10x, the Bambino of PrizePicks, the 10x, okay? You get 50, and then you're up $70 on the day, buddy, okay? And that is how you do it. And that still leaves you with another $5 left over. So if you wanted to hedge and fade all of these guys and take a random 2-man, you can, or a 3-man, or even add a 6-leg, that is what you do. But the 5 flex and the 2-man are paramount, pivotal. You cannot avoid this structure, guys. I'm telling you. You want to be the whole process behind this, and I coined it Crushonomics, okay, which will be the name of my website once it's totally done, my other website. The whole concept is that you want to be overexposed to players that you like, so when you're right, you print, okay? Be overexposed to the players you like, so when you're right, you print money. I can't say that enough. You want to be overexposed to the players that you like that hit, so when you win, you print money. I said that 3 times. You're not glitching. That's just how it is. You want to be overexposed when you're right. I can't say this enough, folks. I know I'm beating a dead horse and some of you are getting annoyed, but this is what it is. That's why you would take Fox and LeBron again in another slip, or Strus and Fox, whatever your 2 anchors are, okay? If you're skipping around in this video, you're going to be so lost, and I don't care, because I'm not catering to you. I'm trying to cater to those that are putting this video in play and letting it play and listening to what I have to say, okay? You guys, I appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones that I'm doing this stuff for, because I don't have to do this, trust. So the point is that it may seem counterintuitive, because your internal instincts are going to be scared. You're going to be like, well, what if Fox and LeBron sell and I have them in 2 slips? Then what? You don't think like that. You don't build a slip thinking that they're not going to hit. When you build a slip, you think it's hitting. That's how you have to think. Train your mind to think like that. Number 1. But number 2, if you like him enough to put him in a 2-man, why in God's name wouldn't you put him in a 5-man? My brother in Christ, you got to do this, okay? It's all about the exposure. Exposure to players, okay? That's what it is. So if your 2-man sells, your anchors sell, well then it's a chalk night anyways. You just move on tomorrow, which is why concept 3 comes into play, which is bankroll management, okay? It's all about bankroll management. Now, there's going to be a lot of news tonight coming down the pike, boys, on this slate. It's already starting to drop. Kyrie's questionable. Jaylen Brown's questionable. It's an 8-game slate. A lot of these NBA players in today's society are soft as cake. There's no consequences for them sitting out. So for you that are working like a 9 to 5 or late night, it's very hard to do NBA, and I understand that. And I'm trying to make it so you guys can have access to me at least, and I can help you guys out with the news, okay? Make sure you're following Underdog Fantasy on Twitter. They always are the first ones with the most accurate information to drop people who are questionable, in, out, confirmed. They're very good at that. It used to be Fantasy Labs, and then Underdog. That guy went to Underdog and he crushes over there. He's trust me, that's the best Twitter account for news. And then for those of you that are in my Discord, you can literally ask me questions all the time, or other team members that I trust that are in there. On top of that, I do the live streams later on in the day, 3 or 4 Central in my Discord. That way I give people a chance to be off from work, and if you can't can't make it, I post the slip somewhere else. And if you have questions, guys, feel free to ask me. You're in my Discord to ask me questions. You're not gonna annoy me. Some people that are in the Discord get annoyed when people ask questions, but that's other members. They're paying to be whatever. I am the guy that you need to worry about, and I'm telling you, if you have a question to ask me, I don't care if I've answered it 20 times. I'm here to help you guys out, and I will answer your questions. I don't big league anybody, especially people in my own Discord, guys. You guys are supporting me. I promise you I'll do everything I can to help you out and get you a W. That is the difference between me and everybody else out there doing it, other than the fact that, let's face it, I crush. And on top of that, I hope I make you laugh every now and again, because if you're not having fun doing this, then it's going to be a long day. So remember to pay attention to news, pay attention to everything else. If you want in the court, again, I know I say it a lot, but I got to plug it because some people still DM me and ask me, Cap, how do I get in your court? This is how. CaptainCrush.net gold package. Folks, like I said, we're on the road to 10K. All right. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps your boy out. It helps other people find me. I'm getting new subscribers to the YouTube every day. I very much appreciate you guys. You guys make this fun for me for the most part, except for the couple that want to comment stuff that makes no sense at all. Guys, you're not going to win every day. LeBron and Fox, as they're sitting on my screen, and Strus, they could all put up goose eggs tonight. Okay. Luka had 14 fantasy points last night. That's unheard of, but it happened because at the end of the day, when the day is done, we're gambling. Okay. Never forget that. Temper your expectations, think positive, and as always, here's the salute, and buddy, let's crush.